So we're going to quickly talk about hormones. So peptide hormones, okay? You need to know that these are hydrophilic and then they bind to the surface of the cell membrane and then they cause second messenger cascades, okay? One example of a peptide hormone is going to be insulin. Okay, and by second messenger cascades, I mean they cause a reaction. Okay, so these bind to a membrane and then makes conformation changes and then, releases stuff and then so on and so on. Okay. So steroid hormones, these are lipophilic, okay, and then these interact between intercellular receptors, okay, and then these change your gene expression. One big example is going to be cortisol. And then you have your amino acid derived hormones, epinephrine, and then thrioxine. And you need some epinephrine is fast and thrioxine is slow, okay. Next, okay, this is the more important chapter. So let's lock in. Hypothalamus regulates your pituitary gland. Okay, you need to know these hormones. Okay, and then the mnemonic I use for my exam is something called flat peg, meaning FSH, LH, ACTH, TSH, prolactin, endorphins, and then growth hormone, GH. And then you need to know that your posterior pituitary releases oxytocin and then ADH as well. You need to know your thyroid hormones regulate metabolism. You need to know calcitonin decreases calcium in the body. You need to know your parathyroid hormone increases calcium. I know this is a lot, but you gotta do what you gotta do. You need to know your adrenal cortex releases cortisol and aldosterone. Your adrenal medulla releases epinephrine and norepinephrine. And now let's go to the different parts of the pancreas. Your beta pancreas cells release insulin. Your alpha pancreas cells release glucagon. I think this is gamma, really bad at my Greek, but your gamma pancreas cells release somatostatin. And then next you need to know about your gonads, and your gonads are just your sex hormones, so testosterone, estrogen, progesterone. And then you need to know your pineal gland is going to be melatonin. Whew, okay. Hopefully that was helpful. This is pretty much everything you need to know, okay? So whether or not you thought the video was helpful, put those things on flashcards. Just straight up 100% memorize them, okay? I pronounce a lot of these stuff wrong, so hopefully you can do the pronunciation a lot better than me. But definitely, you do need to know this. I have seen every single one of these. So next, we're going to go over chapter 6.